I got up in this raw, wanna fly. Put the Zaza in the sky. Shit ain't right on this side. Yeah, all my is dying and the president be lying. I got up in this raw, wanna fly. Losing my cool, I'm losing my patience. You using your stimulus just to lose it in Vegas. I see a lot of APs, I see a lot of Rolexes. I'ma buy them off of these niggas right after the demic. I can show you with style, I can show you what rapping. After all this shit that happened, no, we gotta be brothers.
What's up, y'all? We're back on campus at Head-Royce. I am your co-host, Brandon Bird.
I'm your other co-host, Chris Jose Nixon, and welcome back to episode 15, baby, of the Go with the Flow podcast.
Wow. This is crazy.
So, when was the last time we filmed on campus? Episode 3, right?
Episode 3.
Which was on the other side of this room.
Right.
That was the election, the day after the election?
That was a couple days after the election, I think.
A couple days after.
That was like a Saturday. But, man, it is crazy to be back on campus, and it's not just us this time. This time, it is a good amount of the school, actually. It's we started hybrid learning today.
Yep.
So I don't know, man. Like just looking at the people outside on the patio, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to see everyone outside.
Y'all might be able to hear it. Hopefully, you can't hear it too well.
Yeah, hopefully.
They're kind of loud, actually.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, man. It's March 8th, and we're looking up at this the schedule, and it says like. I mean, this was from a year ago. It was a full year ago since we've been here. So, a lot has gone down.
But yeah, man. I mean, how do you feel about being back on campus? All this stuff. Like, how's it feel?
Man, it's real weird. I'm not gonna lie, cause like, I mean, I only had one class. Like, I had a free also, but and we were on Zoom in the classroom and like looking at everyone who's at home. Yeah. And it was cool though, just to be able to like talk to people in person and all that, have like regular human interaction conversations and stuff. It's been a minute. It's been a minute, man.
Long time.
But that was cool. The free periods are kind of weird because you just gotta sit in the cafe.
Yeah.
It was still cool, you know. It's gonna take a little getting used to and all that, but
for sure. I had another question. So are all classes like we're like on Zoom in the classroom, but like because like was your teacher in your class like there?
Yeah. So I think that might have just been his decision. I had Von K, and I think that might have been just his choice to do that.
But was he teaching you on? He was teaching you on the whiteboard and all that.
Yeah. He was. I think. Yeah. He was right on the whiteboard and stuff, but he has it angled so that it like shows the whiteboard. He also has an iPad which he used. That's the thing. I think Von K did a really good job actually because he was kind of teaching on Zoom still. Yeah. So he was using the iPad to like go share his screen and show like the textbook and all that and explain stuff. Okay. So I don't know if other teachers will do the same thing. I guess we'll have to find out. But
okay. So because I had math with Miss Richards and she wasn't on campus, so that makes more sense while we're on Zoom. But
I don't know. I guess teachers don't have to do that, but they have to do something so that the kids on Zoom can like see what they're doing. Right. So if they want to do share screen stuff, it might just be easier to do it that way.
Right. But yeah, anything else we're going to talk about being on campus? I mean, more sports are starting, which is cool.
Practice today.
That's crazy because I don't know, cross country, tennis, golf. Like I expected those to be up and going, but I didn't expect baseball and lacrosse to be going at this point.
Man, I was really hoping. At the beginning of the pandemic, I remember specifically like begging Blakely not to completely shut it down. I was like, yeah, we can still come back for league. Like we're only gonna be gone for a few weeks. I quickly learned that the virus is not for the optimist. You know, if you're optimistic, you're gonna get disappointed every time by the virus. So
that's a good point.
So I was kind of feeling pessimistic because that's usually how things tend to go with the virus. But hey, we got practice tonight. And
that's crazy.
The thing about baseball is you don't really need to be that close to anybody besides like the catcher and the hitter who are still like you're not breathing in each other's faces and it's outside and all that.
Right. So are y'all gonna wear masks as you play?
I believe it's 100% mask. Like no exceptions. I think it includes in games. Yeah. The one thing I could see them doing is maybe say pitchers can take it off while they're on the mound because you're like 60 feet from everyone else. We'll see though.
Interesting. But yeah, I mean, so new change of scenery, all that stuff. So, but yeah, I guess we should get into the normal stuff. with the wow, I can't talk today. Go with the flow, W's, L's, all that. So, yeah.
No. We got we're gonna break it up into 2 sections today just because the scheduling, but we might have a guest for you. We'll see.
We shall see.
They already know.
We shall see.
It's in the title.
Oh, facts.
Go ahead. Go first.
All right.
Who gets your W of the week?
My W of the week, I have a couple, but my first W of the week goes to Jenna Bandy. For taking the W in the House of Highlights knockout competition.
Yes, sir.
And this isn't even my slander segment, but I will slander everyone who is like, oh, she's the girl, she's gonna get washed and all that stuff. And then people were saying that. And then after she won, they were like, oh, she's semi-pro. That's not fair. That's not fair to the guys. And it's like, bro, pick one.
Bro. It's like a competition for entertainment.
Right, exactly.
It's not supposed to be fair.
Right. And she's a hooper. I'd seen her one-on-one fight a couple times. But other than that, I'd never seen her play.
See, that's the thing. You can't even judge someone off them playing flight.
Right, because flight's just not good.
No.
but she really proved that she's a hooper.
See, the thing is, like, she's already better than they are, especially at shooting.
Oh, yeah.
She was also just on. She went 15 to 16, right?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't anything about them. It wasn't like she's a semi-pro. She was on fire. She's
going crazy.
That burner without.
Right.
Simple.
So that was wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my W.
Hey, I got respect. My W of the week was going to the boy Kenny Beecham,
Yes, sir.
who was in that knockout competition. That was kind of part of it.
Yeah.
But overall, it was just from music. My guy made it, and how you really know he's really made it is because I saw on Twitter he just posted a picture of him sitting on a set with Inside the NBA.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's gonna come out at some point. I don't know if it's gonna be a YouTube video or whatever, but shout out to my guy King of the Fourth Quarter. Been watching that man for a while now, for a few years, and he's come up. Bro was doing rebuild videos on 2K, and now he's shooting with Inside the NBA. He interviews NBA players all the time.
Yeah.
Pod is going crazy and all that, so.
You love to see it, man. Kenny's he seems like such a good guy. He's such a cool dude. Let's talk about the NBA.
Kenny, that's the thing.
Right, you can't hate that man.
You go on Twitter, man, he's like, first of all, he accidentally ratios everybody. It's funny because he'll just respond to a tweet, like agreeing with someone. 3 times as many likes because he has the juice, right? He's like that.
Yeah.
And then just seeing that man succeed, you love to see it. Everyone loves Kenny. Most universally loved man in the community. So.
Really? No, for real. Absolutely. 1000%. Shout out to Kenny. But my L of the week goes to, I sent it to you, but the you're ugly thing, I'll show you real quick. So basically what happened was there was this dude that was trying to do the I don't even know how to describe it, but like what is your pronouns thing, and he's like I'm trying to make you my girl. The girl was like, all right, let me see a picture of you, and then he sent the picture and she was like, you're ugly. That was
the word.
That's hilarious, but also like if that ever happens to me, I'm never loving anyone in my life ever again. Like I'm just on demon time for the rest of my life. Here it is, if you want to see it.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
That's atrocious. That has to be the L of the week, bro.
It was a smooth line.
It wasn't that bad.
Like that's kind of smooth, bro.
Ruthless.
Ruthless.
Ruthless. You're ugly.
No, thank you, or like.
Right.
Not my type.
Right. Had to say you're ugly. Yeah, that man.
Bro, I know he's feeling himself. He's like, nah, I got this. This one's smooth. This one, they gonna love this one.
That is what I call an evisceration.
That's so tough. Man.
Yeah, that was tough. So that is my L of the week. I'm sorry to that man. I don't even want to. It's not even slander. Like it's an L, but like you'll be all right, my guy. You'll be fine.
Maybe in a couple years, like bro, nah. He's like, you can't slide into any DMs for at least a 2-month moratorium or something, right?
Yeah.
Like, you gotta take a break, my friend. I don't know. Go work on yourself, bro.
Yeah, can't come back from that.
That's tough. Mm-hmm. My L of the week goes to the one and only Lil Baby. You know.
Oh yeah.
First of all, shout out Lil Baby. He's taken an unbelievable number of W's lately. Like he's been taking straight W's for like the last year plus. So he can afford one.
Right.
He gets the L of the week. You already know for missing that free throw specifically, but overall losing. I think it was also House of Highlights. They did an open run, is what they called it. It was 2v2, Lil Baby and 2 Chainz, right? Versus Jack Harlow and Quavo. And y'all might have seen the clip, but Lil Baby had a free throw. I don't know how they had free throws in the 2v2, by the way. But
I don't know.
Lil Baby had a free throw, and it was It was bad, bro.
It was real bad. It was top of the, probably over the rectangle.
It was not close.
It was not close. Not close at all.
So he gets the L of the week for that. And apparently Quavo had 17 points, 14 rebounds, and 4 blocks.
I watched it. He was eviscerating them.
We've been knowing about Quavo though.
Quavo's an absolute
He's a bucket. He was in the Celebrity All-Star game. He blocks Rachel DeVita.
That was hilarious. Yeah. Yeah.
Quavo's been a certified bucket.
Facts.
We knew that, but yeah.
Facts.
L of the week for Baby. That's tough.
Right. So my slander segment actually. This is an interesting one. But so for English class, we just watched Get Out, right?
Oh, yep.
And I just watched it yesterday for the first time. I've never seen it before.
I saw it for the first time on Friday.
Yeah, right. But one problem I did have with the movie, and spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, it's been out for 3 years. I'm late to the party, so you probably have seen it. But spoiler alert. At the end of the movie, when how do I explain it? Like he just like chokes the white girl out.
Oh yeah.
And then like his friend comes and picks him up and stuff. I don't know if y'all saw it too, but there was an alternate ending as well. That
ending?
Yeah. So at the end, I watched it on Amazon Prime. So there was a little sneak peek after the credits, and basically it showed an alternate ending where the actual police pull up on him and he gets arrested, and he just goes to jail.
Yep.
And I feel like, honestly, that would be a better ending to the movie. Not in terms of for the character, because obviously going to jail is terrible, but like, if you're in a situation where you kill white people, you're not gonna get saved at that point. Like, that's not what really happens in America. And if the whole point of the movie is like, it's showing how racism is still alive today in America, show what really happens to black people once they get caught up in that system. Your friend is not going to magically save. Like, how do you even know he was there, right? Your friend is not going to magically come and save you, right? You're going to get caught up. You know what I mean? Okay. So I just feel like it was kind of a cop-out ending, no pun intended, a cop-out ending. And honestly, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because it's like, Jordan Poole, like, it's a great movie, but I would not expect him to be the one to kind of, like, cop out and, like, not really... You know what I mean?
I think it's an interesting point because, and to clarify, he didn't kill them, right? Like the dude shot the white girl and then shot himself. The other dude that was being controlled, right? So he didn't actually kill them. But I remember I said this to Eli because I was not trying to spoil for you, but I texted to Eli, right, that if a real cop had pulled up, he was getting arrested because they pulled up and he had his hands on.
Yes,
her, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Even though her technical her reason for death was the gun.
Yeah.
And they would be able to find that out in an autopsy pretty easily. But handprints on her neck, and he had just picked up the gun to move.
It's wrapped.
So his prints are on the gun and on her neck.
Right.
Which means that he framed himself for shooting both of them. And I was like, there's no way that he just gets out that free. And I thought that when the cop pulled up, I thought it was going to be the other cop that saw him earlier in the movie.
Yeah.
And then I thought he was just done.
Right.
And that would have been, realistically, even if they had gone off, even if his friend had picked him up and dipped, he still gets arrested for that.
1,000%.
Realistically.
1,000%.
They're not just going to not notice two weapons going missing, one person going missing.
Right. And even at the mansion, he killed all those white people in the family.
Oh, that is true. Even though that was 100% self-defense.
Oh, well, no, 1,000%. But at the end of the day, that's what happens in America. It's self-defense, but, like, cops don't care. They don't care about that self-defense. You know what I mean?
And they wouldn't believe him. They have a cult where they take my body and implant someone else's brain.
Right.
No, they would say he's capping it. Yeah.
Right. So. Wild movie, also, just crazy, but.
Yeah, it was a very good movie, by the way.
Yeah.
It was not exactly what I expected it to.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, my slander segment. It took me a while to remember, but I just said like all the people in Congress who voted against raising the minimum wage.
Yeah.
And I believe every Republican did after talking about this is the party of the working class, something like that. Like there's actual tweets of people who voted against it saying that, and you don't want to raise the minimum wage. And I've seen like there's studies showing that it's not going to screw small businesses over. It's not going to mess up the economy. It's not going to create job loss. Like where people are going to innovate anyways. It's not going to like force people to go robotic or whatever. Like people are going to do that anyways. So
not a bit of surprise.
It's good. It's good for the overall people. But yeah, like not surprised. So,
yeah. It's unfortunate that people don't care about people don't care about people.
And
in general.
People that don't care are all the ones in power.
Right, exactly. No, is it empathy? I guess it's empathy. None of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's also just like, you know what I don't get really? Why do you sign up to be a politician? If,
For power.
you just want to know that you have power?
Yes. 1000%. It's
stupid.
There's so many, I don't want to say all, but it's seeming like all. Like, it's pretty clear that politicians really just use their platform for more power and just so they can get money.
Just like having power just to have it seems dumb.
Power to get money. At the end of the day,
I don't know.
money is.
There's so much better ways to get money besides just like doing stuff that's detrimental to everyone else in the world. You know, like I mean, I think you're right. I just don't get it. It's Bernie and AOC. They're always the real home.
Yeah, I would hope, but you never know. Like, I mean, and we're seeing it even with Joe Biden so far. Like, that man, like, he is not doing the things that he said he was gonna do.
Yeah.
So all the liberals that are still defending him over all the stuff that is objectively wrong, like bombing, I think it was Syria or something like that, and not sticking to his promise of raising the minimum wage, like. He's even though he's a Democrat, not all Democrats are good. They still lie to you. They're not telling you the truth.
But it creates a lot of disagreement because, I mean, what Biden says he's going to do isn't what what Biden ends up doing isn't what a lot of people want him to do, because he's trying to be, he's trying to be like the nonpartisan in the middle kind of thing. So he's trying to keep everyone happy at once. You can't do it.
It doesn't work. Right. So, we're going to take a little break because it is advising time, and we will resume after that. So, yeah. So, we are back, y'all. We had to take a little intermission for advising, but now we have a very special guest with us. You want to introduce yourself? Oh, sure, recording.
Hello, I'm Aaron. I'm a senior. I guess that's it.
Yeah. And we were just like, hey, we should get someone else to talk with us about sports and music today. And as well as any other stuff that we want to talk about. And we were like, hey, what I think talks about we played on
frosh-soph basketball team. We were both starters.
Oh yes, sir. You know the vibe.
It was an epic team.
Yeah, we were good. We were a great team.
Yeah, I think we won a total of about 3 games. It was solid.
But we lost in style. Okay.
Yeah,
so
choked everyone.
Oh, that university game.
Yeah, so bad.
Crazy. But yeah, so I guess we should start off with the question.
I'm so mad I didn't get to play on that team, bro.
And that team would have been lit. And Chris too.
It would have been fun.
Bro, because you probably would have played point guard, small forward. I don't know.
That would have been fun though.
That would have been crazy. But
there weren't really positions. There were just places in chaos.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, just like where do you in the play, whatever play you're running, like what route do you know?
Yeah.
To do that.
And when the play is broken, where are you?
Right. Exactly. Right.
Wait, was that the one Jasper missed 8 free throws?
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Jasper.
Hey, he did work on his free throws after that, and he improved.
As he should.
Dude,
That name's Jason. Coach Jason literally had a heart. He was.
Blakey was on his head too.
Really?
Blake on Jasper's. Yeah, he was on Jasper's head about it, bro. Yeah, it was tough.
I know Coach Jason was distraught. That man was like we were sitting in the bleachers watching the varsity game, and Coach Jason was still in the locker room. He had him up for like 20 minutes. Good times. But yeah, so I guess we should start it off with just a random question that we were talking in our advising about. Shout out to the Andy Spear and Mr. Snyder advising, the best advising. We were talking about a very simple question that Mr. Snyder was asking to his kindergarten children. Would you let a pigeon drive a bus?
I don't really know if this question is like a joke or like for real.
That's the thing, because I feel like this is just kind of a tangent, but like I feel like at Head-Royce and just like, and as we get older, we're taught to think of stuff so straightforward and not creative at all. But like this is the time, like it's not a real question, right? Like you got to think of it more abstractly.
Yeah, I feel like it belongs in like Western Civ or like a freshman philosophy class.
To like figure out how you think as a human being. Like,
yeah, I mean, like, what does that even mean? Would you let a pigeon drive a bus?
I don't know. Like, you pigeon.
I'll answer the question though.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Well, bro.
It's a pigeon.
What's wrong with pigeons?
Pigeons are stupid.
Suck.
Pigeons are great.
No, they're so stupid.
They just be
Pigeons
chilling.
are like
What did
the
a pigeon ever
bottom
do
of
to
the
you?
barrel animal, like one of the worst animals out.
Yeah.
There's so many worse animals than pigeons.
I would wager that pigeons
Actually,
are stupider
maybe
than
not.
turkeys.
Pigeons, among birds, pigeons are like the worst type of bird.
Absolutely. I cannot
Why?
agree more.
I mean, they're like, all they do is poop on you and
Yeah.
like fly around and then poop on your car.
Have you ever been pooped on by a pigeon, Brandon?
Bro,
I've never, but I remember in 4th grade when, you know who got pooped on by a pigeon?
that was her?
Yes, during the field trip.
Oh,
That happened to
dude.
me on a field
Dude, I'm pretty
trip.
sure that happened to me
Really?
In 4th grade too, we went to the waste management dump site, and
Bro, and
like
of course
3
pigeons
girls in a
would be
row
there.
got pooped on by a pigeon.
That's crazy.
Of course, pigeons would be there, bro. At the wait, like that's where they belong, bro.
Yeah.
Pigeons. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Also, when we were doing the bird census, a pigeon pooped on Miss Grossberg's sweat on her like jacket too. I was once. I don't remember who it was with. It might have actually been with you. We were once at a museum and a pigeon pooped on someone's salad. I think it might have been you and your mom actually.
No, I think it was the teacher.
It was the
4th grade.
teacher?
4th grade.
That was her salad. Pooped on her salad.
I think so.
Bro.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it was my
I
mom's
don't know.
salad.
I was at somewhere at some museum where a pigeon pooped on someone's salad one time.
I'm pretty sure that was.
That was her. Actually, okay, never mind. Pigeons are valid. Pigeons are valid.
But yeah, I mean, it's a very interesting question. But okay, I will not stand for this pigeon slander. Pigeons are cool, okay?
Pigeons are stupid.
Pigeons just do what they like. Honestly, if you think about it, we're invading the pigeon space. You know what I mean? So it's really.
What are
on
you
us.
talking about?
How?
Because pigeons, they just be doing stuff, and like we're the ones who have built all this stuff around the world, and I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Okay, well then
anymore.
that's
But the
every
point is,
animal though.
what?
That's every animal then, technically, right?
Well, yeah. I mean,
so then why can't they be less annoying like other animals?
I mean, what's other than the fact that they poop sometimes? What's so annoying?
Yeah, well, other animals they stay to themselves, you know. You don't see like foxes pooping on your car.
Pigeons are
Foxes stay
just
to
bold, you
themselves.
know. I respect it. But anyway, I would totally let a pigeon drive a bus, but not just one pigeon, a bunch of different pigeons. So like some could step on the gas and some could drive.
Bro,
you know
pigeons
what I
are
mean?
stupid, dude. Because you know the pigeons be flying into windows and stuff.
Instead of
In like 8th grade, there was a pigeon stuck in the hole.
That's
and it
true.
bang, bang.
Oh,
into the window
that's
like
so
30
true.
times in a row, bro. They're
That's
dumb.
so true. I
Didn't
totally
actually do
forgot
that,
about
like,
that.
Yeah,
Actually,
bro. I've seen it in 8th grade. There was a pigeon stuck in the hallway in the middle school, and it just kept flying into the window,
Interesting.
hitting the window. You just see every 30 seconds, bang. It falls out, it tries again.
That's
dude.
kind of sad.
Yeah, dude. Pigeons are stupid. But I don't know what Mr. Schneider was getting at with this question.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no clue. But no, my initial instinct is no, unless you want to, like, die.
Y'all are some old heads. Y'all are just
Bro.
no fun. No
Your
fun.
bus is just gonna be just all poop in the front seat. Just that's all pigeons do, dude.
Hey
They're useless
man.
animals.
This is a common question.
Hey man. Whatever. Pigeons are cool in my book, but to get to the real topics, the real information that we want to talk about today. So yesterday was the All-Star game, All-Star Day, because they just condensed all of the All-Star stuff into like 3 hours, which is very interesting. But yeah, I mean, overall, I guess we should just talk about what y'all thought about that decision to condense everything. What did y'all think about?
I kind of liked it, to be honest.
Okay.
I also liked it because then everything was on national television, which I don't have cable, so that means I could watch it all.
Got you.
But yeah, I mean, I kind of enjoyed it. I don't know if the players will say they enjoyed it as much, but I thought it was kind of cool.
Oh, yeah. I think Steph said he liked it. He said it was fun. It was cool. The only thing is when they have the real one, they would have like the celebrity game, which I actually like the celebrity game.
Yeah.
But it was just it's funny to see those dudes like airballing layups on national TV, and then the Rising Stars game, which nobody watches, but it's cool to just have it exist and see some highlights of like some lobs from young guys. So the only thing I would say is if you have those two games, maybe you do those the day before. Maybe you have those with like the skills challenge because no one watches the skill. Well, people do watch it, but let's be honest. Skills challenge is by far the worst of the 3 events.
It's not the most exciting.
Yeah. So maybe like you do those on one day and then you do all the big events on one day, so you don't have to break it up as much. But I don't think you can. If you have those two games, you can't do all of that on the same day.
I think I have an unpopular opinion.
Okay.
Based on last night, the skills challenge was better than the dunk contest.
Oh, last time 1,000%.
As someone who did not watch the skill challenge, I definitely agree. I have to agree with you. I saw highlights of it and
Yep, definitely.
We can get right into it. I mean, the dunk contest was absolutely garbage.
It was so bad.
It was so bad.
It was so bad.
And it wasn't the dunkers. Well, actually, okay, it kind of was.
But not really though.
It felt rushed because it was in the halftime. So even though there wasn't
only
a time
3
limit,
dunkers. There were usually 4.
3 dunkers.
So that made it less fun.
Because of COVID, probably.
Yeah.
COVID just
made
messed the whole thing
They
up.
usually have 8 shooters, I'm pretty sure, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but I mean, just in general, I feel like it just felt really rushed, and I kind of like having that whole weekend thing because it's like it feels like a bigger event that way. The celebrity game is fun. I always enjoy that.
Kevin Hart's funny.
Whenever I do watch it, I guess. And having all the events on Saturday, I don't know. It just feels like more of a build up.
Yeah. I don't mind the 2 days.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it was cool though, but I don't know.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't understand why they did it because I'm assuming COVID is what changed it. But like, how does that help?
I think it's because you have to spend less time. Because like if it starts on Saturday, then you have you want to have everyone quarantined for 4 days before that, maybe.
That's a good point.
Or something.
Actually.
I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of.
I don't know. Well, they should have done is just given everyone a longer All-Star break so they could spend.
They should have definitely
more
done
time
that.
in Atlanta.
They made the All-Star break shorter. They moved teams up that didn't have games because because of rescheduling stuff. And I guess they don't want to move the playoffs back at all.
But also, why have the All-Star game in Atlanta where you know there's going to be parties and stuff? That's trash.
I'll be honest, that was exactly why he did it, I'm pretty sure. I think they wanted the players to have something to do. As opposed to, you put it in Utah, and dudes are just, I have to go to Utah over my break.
Yeah.
That's going to be even worse.
But then they catch COVID, which is exactly what happened with Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. They went to get a haircut.
Barber shop, right?
Yeah, and then
so
their barber has COVID.
Yeah.
So, and first of all, if he got tested an hour later, and Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons actually went to the game, that would be an absolute disaster because then everyone would have to be in contact tracing.
So they had to cancel the All-Star game an hour before.
So just in general, I guess that's why that makes sense. But I feel like it was pretty selfish of the NBA to first of all have the All-Star game, second of all have it in Atlanta, a huge city where you know there's gonna be extra parties and stuff.
And because Atlanta, they don't acknowledge COVID.
They don't care. So, I don't know. It just didn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
I give a point. Although I'm going to defend the NBA a little bit on having the All-Star game because if you can do it safely, which probably they shouldn't have done it in Atlanta. Yeah. So, I think that's why they did it, is because they wanted there to be entertainment, that it wasn't the smartest move. I think that you kind of have to have one because right now money's tight. Let's be honest, money's tight. It's an entertainment business, and at the end of the day, you're trying to turn a profit. And it's harder to turn a profit when you don't have one of your biggest events. I mean, besides the finals, that's got to be the most watched event. Is the whole All-Star weekend. So having that with TNT, they made literally hundreds of millions, maybe.
Very advertising, totally.
It's a crazy amount of money that they got just from doing that event. So I don't really blame the NBA. I think maybe you do it somewhere safer, and you definitely should extend the All-Star break because these dudes are already tired. I mean, LeBron had 70-day off season. And they did have the full off season coming before the bubble, which should count for something, but still, he's going full intensity for those 2 months in the bubble, and then has a month or 2 months off or whatever, and he's coming right back to playing a 72-game season. Give him a break in the middle.
What did you think of the game? I thought it was one, I gotta say that LeBron actually drafted possibly the greatest All-Star team of all time.
Oh my god.
God.
LeBron is real, bro.
Big brain.
LeBron, Giannis, Jokic, Curry, and Doncic, and Steph Curry and LeBron James was insane to watch.
It's over at that point.
I'm not gonna lie, they didn't even do that much. I remember that one bounce pass from Steph to LeBron through all the people. He did that, he threw a baseball pass. No, he threw one bounce pass to LeBron. It was a baseball pass through a bunch of people, and LeBron dropped it, and it went out.
Oh, I did. Yeah. I remember
that. But we didn't even get to see that much of them because LeBron played 12 minutes. But
scored 4 points.
Hey man, it was wholesome to watch. As an NBA fan, it was that's nice.
Totally.
Yeah. Seeing Steph and Dame together, just splashing through.
That halftime, that was crazy.
That was wild.
God, that second quarter was the most fun I've ever had watching an All-Star game by far. I mean, that was so fun. The back-to-back lobs too.
Yeah.
Okay, Dame catching a lob, it's cool. Right? Steph catching a lob, it was
Chris Paul! That was crazy.
That I don't know if I'm short because me, but Chris Paul's 6 foot,
bro,
at 36,
catching
a lob.
Crazy. It was so fun.
That's crazy.
I'm not sure. Do you think he should have been an All-Star?
Honestly,
I think so. I think he's up for MVP, honestly, because the way Phoenix is playing right now, and the way that Chris Paul has had a super positive effect on that team, I think
I don't think you can give him. Okay.
Really?
I think MVP. I think is who has been the best player in the league this year, and Chris Paul has definitely not been the best player.
I think it really should be Steph. I haven't watched a ton of Joel Embiid, but
I haven't watched a ton, so I'm a little biased as well towards Steph. But I think based on what we've seen so far, Joel Embiid should be the #1 candidate because of how it's been awarded in the past.
Yeah.
Where I mean, he's taking his team to an extremely high level, and his true shooting percentage is like on Steph Curry's level. Like his efficiency is insane this year. Although Jokic should be up there as well. Although his team doesn't have a great record, he should be up there as well. But
sorry.
Looking at stats. But I mean, okay. Yes, like Joel. No, like I'm not saying Chris Paul should win it. I'm saying he should be like possibly top 5, maybe. And I'm saying that just off of like he's had such a positive effect on this team. And like if you like it's hard to tell if you don't watch the Suns play. But if you watch the Suns play, that man is just he knows exactly where to pass it.
He's almost like Steve Nash, like when he was on the Suns.
And his mid-range is insane. And obviously, if you look at the stats, it just looks like normal point guard stats. But if you watch the effect he has, man, it's crazy. And the Suns are good this year. They're really good. So that's why I'm saying that you can't give it to the Nugget or to Jokic because the Nuggets aren't good enough. But Chris, they're like 3rd, right? Phoenix is 3rd or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Phoenix has the best record in the Pacific.
#1 now?
In the Pacific, but
Well, they have a better record than the Lakers, so.
They're better than the Clippers. Are they #2 then? The Jazz are obviously #1.
Yeah, I think they're #2.
Okay. That is crazy. Here's the thing. About the Chris Paul being an all-star, like he's definitely like one of the top 13 players in the West or whatever. But the one thing I don't get is how does Chris Paul get an all-star and Trae Young doesn't even get a replacement pick, right? Trae Young's averaging 7 and 9, and Chris Paul's averaging like 18 and 8.5. And
yeah,
I guess like if I was taking one player to lead my team, yeah, I'd probably still take Chris Paul unless I really needed the scoring, right? Like Chris Paul's probably the better player, but Trae Young putting up those numbers doesn't get it, and Chris Paul gets it on the I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. It rubs me the wrong way a little bit.
Yeah, Trae Young not being an all-star is for sure a miss.
Like, that was probably the one snub that I can think of that was a pretty bad snub.
You think Sabonis should have?
Sabonis, honestly, I mean, as a replacement, I'm not mad at it, but I think people were overreacting saying that he should have been over Vucevic, because if you look at their numbers, it's not like, I mean, you can argue either way, but Vucevic is putting up 24 and 12 a game. That's not like, I mean, it's balling. Sabonis is playing really well too, but I mean, I think as a replacement it wasn't so bad, although I still think Trey should have made it somewhere.
What do you think about Mike Conley over DeMar DeRozan getting the replacement?
Absolutely not.
No, yeah, that's whack.
That was
it's just
worst.
whack.
Bro, okay, he's having a good year. He's having 15 points though. DeMar DeRozan and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is putting up 23, 7, and 6 or something on the Thunder. They're bad. Yeah. They are bad. But this is All-Star, right?
Yeah.
This is not MVP. This is All-Star. Who's playing the best basketball? It's definitely not Mike Conley.
And I can just say that having Mike Conley on my fantasy team, that man is not doing anything.
Last year he was 10 times worse.
Yeah, so bad.
But I feel like he has been playing well, but he's just not an all-star. Like he's a
very
good
stud.
Point guard. Yeah,
like I think he's a great point guard.
Yeah,
I just don't think he's better than Trae Young.
Not better than Trae Young, not better than DeMar DeRozan. Especially DeMar DeRozan this season, he's been balling out.
Yeah,
and he's been playing point guard really. He's more assists per game than Mike Conley does, dude. Like DeMar DeRozan's been playing great, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's been playing great. De'Aaron Fox has been playing great. All three of those guys easily deserve it over him.
Yeah, I just gotta say though, until the Kings can learn how to like not draft a center, I really just think like they should be like restricted from like all things. Like they shouldn't even be an NBA team. They should just be like should be an automatic W. They're so bad. I don't understand how a franchise can have that many like top 10 picks and be that.
And they have
bad.
talent too. Like De'Aaron Fox is balling. Buddy Hield is like 2nd or 3rd in the NBA in threes made, and they still suck.
Right, they can be good. They're just not.
Do you remember? It was like 3 years in a row they drafted only centers. It was like Willie Cauley-Stein. Marvin Bagley is not playing well, I will say.
Yep.
Wait, didn't they draft? Was he over Luka? They drafted him over Luka.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Drafted him over Luka. Willie Cauley-Stein was a high pick.
Luka and Trey were both in that. I mean, you can't really play Trey and D Fox at the same time, but Luka and D Fox, you can make it work.
Yeah, I mean the 2000 Kings were nice, but since then they've been absolute garbage. The team with Webber and Bibby and
that was a little tough. Who was that? Western Conference.
Jay Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that team was nice, but
Kings they've been bad for a while after
Vlade.
Yeah, Vlade Divac, and it's been bad. It's been bad.
He's not the man to drop. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but anything else with the All-Star game?
The dunk contest was trash. I don't know if we mentioned it enough times. The dunk contest was garbage.
Yeah, I can't believe the dude that I only saw like a couple of the highlights, but the dunk where he like kissed, like you could have done a normal dunk and made a kissy face, and it should have gotten the same score. He didn't even kiss the rim.
For that. Yeah. Okay. You know the way they ruined the dunk contest is the first rating. They gave Cassius Stanley a 44 for the best dunk in the entire contest.
Yeah.
And
he just made it look easy.
He made it look easy, but it wasn't. It was not easy. Y'all did not like. I saw that and I was like 9s and 10s. That's a 47.
Right.
I probably would have given it a 9 because you want to give him room to go better.
Right.
But then it frazzled him and he was like, oh no, and he tried to do something he couldn't do, and then he ended up having to settle for a garbage dunk and got a 37, which was deserved. But I guarantee if he gets the score he deserves, like he gets like a 47, 48, 49 on the first dunk, then the rest of his dunks are different, and he's not overthinking everything. And then I don't get how like some of those dunks that, I mean, Obi Toppin, I had Obi Toppin winning. He was my guess, but there's no way that dunk was a 48 if Stanley's was a 40.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It was smooth. Ooh. It was nice, but it wasn't 4 points better.
Right, I agree.
I just don't understand what happened. Like Levine Gordon. I think it's probably the greatest dunk contest of all time.
I mean, we weren't alive for the other ones, like 2000 and like what was it, 85 or something.
Yeah, Wilkins and Jordan.
Really good. Yeah, but other than like, I'm never gonna see one better than 16. I've settled for the fact that I'll never see one better.
But I don't understand like that series that they did not last summer, but the one with like the dunk contest bracket. Like Shaq was a judge.
Oh yeah, like Dunk Kings or something.
Yeah,
like
that series on ESPN. Yeah. Like those dunks were crazy.
Oh, those dudes are just professional dunkers.
But really, like that's the best this kid could come up with, like a dunk with a kissy face. Like
he didn't kiss the rim.
Yeah, he didn't even come close.
I don't get how you saw like Obi Toppin's dunk wasn't crazy, but it was cool. And then you go up and see a dude like almost kiss a rim. Anyone can do that. That can jump high.
I think the main problem is that, like, we don't have any, like, after 2016, even 2020. 2020 was a great dunk contest. We forget, and the Dwayne Wade meme is all that came from that. But
the people getting 50s.
They were good.
That was
insane.
They were good.
Derrick Jones Jr., Aaron Gordon, insane dunk contest.
Derrick Jones Jr.
Aaron Gordon jumped twice.
But the thing is, I don't think that we can get any better than that. I don't know how to get, there's nowhere to, like...
Get dudes that are going to do something like...
But, like, what can you... Like, I can't think of a more creative dunk.
Maybe more advanced notice?
Well, that's also part of it.
Right, because...
They knew, like, 5 days before.
Yeah, but I remember hearing, like, that Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon, like, really planned their dunks out. Like, they really, like, thought about it and, like, spent time.
To do the thing with the mascot spinning.
Yeah.
But, like, bro, that was so ridiculous.
It was crazy. That may be the greatest, like, dunk contest dunk. I'd say the Vince Carter reverse 360 is, like, probably my number one.
I don't know, man.
The thing
under
is,
the legs.
Aaron Gordon's was definitely more difficult than that, right?
Yeah.
But I think, like, the amount of, I don't know, Vince Carter he's different. Yeah. I can't.
Maybe he'll retire one day, but probably not soon.
But yeah, the dunk contest was definitely a dud. I don't know.
3-point contest was fun. I think that was probably my favorite.
Yes, bro. 3-point contest was great.
It was so good.
I remember Reggie Miller was like, "Oh, they're not going to scratch 20," and then he was right about Jason Tatum. But Mike Conley, he showed up.
Mike Conley was going crazy.
And then,
greatest shooter of all time.
Hey,
what else did you expect? I think he hit like 12 in a row.
Bro, because he missed 4 in a row at the beginning.
And
yeah.
That's still recording. Keep talking.
But no, yeah, he missed a bunch. And then at the beginning, and
just
then
went crazy.
And he hit both the deep balls.
I liked those like Mountain Dew balls or whatever. I thought those were cool. I thought they were cool.
Hey, man, that's 3 extra points for Steph. He's gonna be the best. I don't think anyone else made one, right? And he was 3 for 4.
Yeah.
So actually, I didn't watch the first few because I was just getting home from baseball. But no, yeah, that was a lot of fun. And let me just say, I want to go back to this real quick. LeBron James drafting was perfect, bro. He thought it out in advance clearly. I think he even mentioned it on the broadcast, but. He knew he could take Giannis first because he knew KD had to take Kyrie. Mm-hmm. And you definitely can't take Curry over Kyrie. That's a terrible look.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, you're taking your old team? Yeah. Media will be all over that. So he knows he can't take Curry, right? So takes Giannis, guarantees himself Curry in the next round. Then from there, you have LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Giannis Antetokounmpo and Stephen Curry, and all KD has is Kyrie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was over from there.
To be fair, he did kind of get like messed up when Joel Embiid couldn't play.
And because of himself, because the NBA did it. I don't think they messed up because basically how it works usually is the highest voter gets the first pick, right? Yeah. But you already have yourself, right? Yeah. So you started with LeBron James, and then you get your first pick. Yeah. But Kevin Durant started out with no one. Yeah. Yeah. So he doesn't get his first overall pick was Kyrie, who arguably is worse than. I mean, having a worse season than everyone on the other team. Arguably.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I mean.
Sure.
I think Kyrie, I'll say this about Kyrie, is that every time I watch Kyrie play, I don't understand why he's not considered the best player in the league. But then he just has like 4 games where he can't hit anything.
I agree. I see that 100%. That man's so smooth, and he can get a bucket at all times, but there's obviously, I mean, as a point guard that's shooting a lot of tough shots, there's always going to be games where it's just not going in, I guess.
Yeah, especially with the Nets, like, of course, with as stacked as they are, we didn't even talk about Blake Griffin.
Oh, yeah.
We forgot about that. So but, like, as stacked as they are, like, he's not going to have the most amazing stats. You know, he's going to be passing the ball a lot.
Yeah, he's still averaging like 27, 28.
Yeah.
Super fun to watch. Love watching Kyrie play.
Right. But, I mean, what do you think about the Blake Griffin move?
Oh, man. I can't believe it. I just feel like we need one of those, like, NBA commissioner, like, trade rejections one of these times. I'm, like, so... I blame KD for, like, coming to the Warriors and, like, why this all is happening. I mean, they're going to be insane. I think now they'll probably win the finals. I don't see how you have a team. So who will be the 5? Or do you think they'll still keep Joe Harrison?
What I heard from First Take, I don't know what First Take knows at this point, but I heard that Blake might come off the bench.
Whoa. That's what I thought was going to happen.
Fat chance.
Okay. The thing is, maybe I'm just wishful thinking, but Blake Griffin he sucks this year so far. Yeah. So I'm not thinking we're getting prime Blake Griffin that's going to be dunking on people and jumping over people, right?
No. He hasn't done since 2019.
Yeah, but he's also no longer a Piston. Like, if I were no longer a Detroit Piston, I would probably think I could fly.
Yeah.
That's a great point. And that's why I saw people saying on the internet, like, he's now that, like, he's probably not playing well and, like, playing just trash, maybe to, you know, get out of Detroit, which is fair. If I'm in, like they said, if I'm in Detroit, I'm doing everything in my power to get out of there, and as soon as I get out, I am balling. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The NBA is rigged if that happens. I'm not gonna lie to you. The NBA is no, that's if Blake Griffin catches a lob in the first game, the NBA is rigged.
That's facts. But I mean, honestly, with the Pistons, I'm sure he was one of the top options. But with the Nets, he doesn't have to do especially now. Well, I can't talk. Especially now that he's the 3-point shooter, he can just sit in the corner and just take threes if he wants. Like, it doesn't matter.
No, I think Blake Griffin is an underrated post player, but I think that team with Joe Harris in the corner.
Joe Harris is a
crazy.
Yeah. Joe Harris is like the best catch and shoot 3-point shooter in the NBA.
I would definitely agree with that. I would say he's now better than JJ Redick was in his prime.
He legitimately shoots better off the catch than Klay Thompson.
I would agree with that. He's more consistent at least.
I don't think he's a better shooter, but his percentages are better off the catch than Klay Thompson. Yeah. He's shooting like 50% from three this year. It's ridiculous.
He's nowhere close to being as good as a defender. Yeah. Clay's like a very good defender.
Klay Thompson will shoot over people, which Joe Harris is not doing. And Klay Thompson can get hot, and then he's literally... If Klay Thompson hot is the best player ever. No one, like...
Yeah, 37 and a quarter. You can't beat it.
Michael Jordan on his best night, I'm taking Klay Thompson on his best night over Michael Jordan.
I would agree with that.
Because Klay Thompson... Okay, Michael Jordan never scored 100 points. Klay Thompson, if he wanted to, in a 60-point game, in 29 minutes, on 11 dribbles...
Yeah.
That is so the promo clip.
Legitimately had 85.
This is definitely a promo clip. That's crazy.
Klay Thompson.
You got 11 dribbles though, like such a low usage percentage.
I'm talking about Klay Thompson on fire.
Right.
When he
14 threes in a game.
75% from three.
Yeah.
I'm taking him over anyone else. I'm taking over Steph Curry on fire.
Man, the Warriors would be so good if he were healthy.
Yeah.
It'd be different.
They wouldn't have Oubre because if he was healthy, but yes, they would be disgusting if he was healthy.
All right, here's the thing about the 37 points in a quarter thing. Why didn't the Kings just put 4 people on?
They did.
It doesn't matter.
They did.
I'm telling you, it does not matter.
Some of those threes in the corner were could not have been more closely guarded.
His jumper is so ridiculous that he will catch it. He'll catch it off balance, and the next thing you know, boom, perfect form. It doesn't matter if there's a hand in his face. Yeah.
The ball can be in his hand for so little time, and it can get on.
This dude will run over here, catch the ball. Next thing you know, he's had perfect. When he's on, you can't. There's nothing you can do. You might as well just cherry pick and get free buckets on. You can't play defense on him when he's hot. You can't do it. He has 14 threes in the game. He's 52 in that game. and he got taken out halfway through the third quarter.
Yeah.
He could have had 80 in that game. Klay Thompson could have beaten. He could have outscored Kobe Bryant. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
He could have done it multiple times if they weren't up by 40 when he got taken out.
I don't know. I've never thought about this, but there's no way I'm letting anyone score 37 in the quarter on me. Like, you got to do something.
Absolutely
right?
not. I will.
Do you think it's worse than Jalen Rose? Do you think it's worse than Jalen Rose and Kobe?
Jalen Rose didn't actually give up by 81. He gave up like 22 or something. Like he was.
It wasn't all him.
It was like honestly, I think there was another defender that had more points on him than Jalen Rose. He just gets.
Jalen Rose is just more well known,
which is hilarious. Honestly, I love the fact that that's the case.
But it's just like 81 over an entire game. You know, that's spread out. You know, you're getting taken out, but 37 in one quarter, where someone is in for the whole quarter, like you don't do anything to make sure that he's not, like just intentionally foul something that where the Warriors can't keep up that momentum.
I mean, I just go back to the Kings being just a terrible franchise. They're just like so bad.
Yeah.
Like only on the Kings would that happen.
That's an incredible point. Only on the Kings would someone score 37 in the quarter, but like
hey, he scored 14 threes against the Bulls.
Yeah, Bulls.
Yeah.
I'll take the Bulls.
Man, that game was the Warriors. That game scored, I think, 60 in the first quarter.
Yeah,
The game Klay set the record for most threes in a game. That Bulls game, they scored 60 in the quarter.
Yeah, absolutely insane.
I mean, that's what the team LeBron scored in the All-Star game.
Yeah,
like,
crazy.
Yeah.
It really was just.
Real talk though, if the Bulls never got Micheal Jordan, they might be the worst franchise ever.
Oh yeah.
Totally.
The rings.
No one even would want to go to the Bulls, right? The only reason the Bulls have any respect is because of Micheal Jordan.
Yeah. True.
They were good with Derrick Rose, and Derrick Rose was like hometown kid.
Yeah.
I guess they probably still draft Derrick Rose. I mean, it'll be butterfly effect, so maybe some shit would change or whatever. But like, oh man, they're so bad. Their franchise is so bad without Micheal Jordan.
I'd say they're possibly worse currently than the Knicks are. And like the Knicks are good this year, but like remember like when they gave Joakim Noah that ridiculous extension?
Yeah.
They're a bad franchise.
Phil Jackson was
such a bad GM.
The worst.
So bad.
Yeah, the Knicks are wild too. Didn't they sign like? Were they the one that signed like Luol Deng to a massive one? Or
that was Chicago.
It might have been Chicago.
No, Lakers. That was the Lakers.
Lakers?
The Lakers signed Luol Deng.
And did they sign Mozgov too?
Yep. The Lakers were down bad for a while.
The Lakers got saved. LeBron decided to go there because they're the Lakers, and now they're good again.
Biggest market in maybe the world.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I think the Cowboys, like football teams, are more expensive. Just because football gets more viewership and all that.
Oh man, Matthew Stafford, holy smokes! Did you guys talk about that?
We're talking about getting out of Detroit, bro. I mean, Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, holy smokes.
True.
Dude, poor Jared Goff though. Oh man,
tough. Bro moved from Los Angeles to Detroit.
Dude, come to the Niners. Hometown, went to Cal. He'd be a perfect fit.
To play with the Lions.
He'd be so good. But no.
Drake,
real quick, music stuff.
Drake made me very.
I think it's like I like the songs. I don't think they're great, and I would say that they're not like. I think I've heard some things that people are like. They're like, oh, he's like back. It's like 2008 Drake. It's like. What's next? Whatever. But I think they're fine. I don't think they're anything special.
I had so much fun listening to Drake this weekend, man.
Okay.
Like, maybe musically they're not the greatest songs, but I had a lot of fun listening to them. There were some funny bars in there, some like.
The beginning with the one with Lil Baby is good.
Lil Baby popped off, by the way. Yeah. He went crazy, which was also it was kind of like full circle because. I mean, no disrespect to Lil Baby, but at least the way I heard of him was from Yes Indeed, just from having a Drake feature, and then now low-key carrying Drake on his own song. Like,
low-key.
That was dope.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, I think I agree with Fink a little bit more. I thought that they were okay. What's next? The beat is absolutely insane. It's a banger. What's next? Or no, the second one with Lil Baby.
Yeah.
I thought it was okay. I think Lil Baby did carry. I think he went stupid.
He went crazy. I said a hit while I chill with my children, bro.
That's fire. But honestly, my favorite song on there was Lemon Pepper Freestyle with Rick Ross. Just because, you know what? Hearing Drake rap about being a dad is just, I like that.
That was cool.
Yeah.
It's a little, like, this was a little bit like, you know, Drake's kind of like ascended to like a little, he's in the next stage of his career.
Yeah.
He's talking about what's next. He's talking about his child. And he's letting the young guys carry on his song.
I just hope he'll go back to like the times of Thank Me Later. I thought the second song here, what's the name of it? Here, I have it right here. Wants and Needs.
Yeah.
Was closer to like Thank Me Later and Take Care than like his than like One Dance or the like more recent Drake songs.
Mm-hmm.
And I really enjoyed that. That it seemed like he was like going back to like what he was when he like first started. I thought that was really cool.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's very true. But Lemon Pepper Freestyle was fire.
It was very chill.
Right. And I was expecting a track like that because on the last Scary Hours, which had God's Plan and Diplomatic Community, you know, he had that hit God's Plan, and then he had Diplomatic Community, which was more of like a rapping bars track. And Lemon Pepper Freestyle wasn't like really a bars track. It was just like he's talking about his life, and I like when rappers talk about their real life situations in songs and don't just like talk about random rap stuff that rappers always talk about. So it was nice to hear Drake.
Like picking up his kid.
Picking up his kid.
Parents asking if he knows Beyonce.
No, literally, because that's something that you always wonder about the celebrities. Like, what is it like when you have a kid and they're just in a random school and you go to parent-teacher conferences and like all that stuff? Like, it's interesting, you know?
Imagine like being a teacher at a parent-teacher conference and Drake just shows up. I mean,
Wow.
I guess you already know that's Drake's son.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you have to.
That's a crazy thing. So I don't know. I just thought that was interesting to hear him talk about that. But should we move on to the next?
That Chance the Rapper song is good. I just listened to it for the first
Bro,
time.
Chance is back! Let's go! It's so good to hear Chance spit some bars again and not be on his I love my wife stuff, you know what I mean?
Speaking of rappers who like talk about their lives, I think Chance like this is like song is like very relevant and just like not random. Like there's some like really cool lines in there.
And I feel like part of it is because he knows that he has to come back with something good because the big day. So he's going back to his roots a little bit. This reminds me of Coloring Book a lot. Like this is the type of stuff he would make then, and it's just you just love to hear it. As a Chance fan who loved acid rap and Coloring Book, it was just great to hear Chance go back to something like this with the heart and the tongue. Man, it just makes me happy, makes me smile. You know?
I just wish he released more music.
Well, I feel like he's not been. Well, first of all, after the big day, you gotta take some time and be like, all right,
what the heck am I doing with my life?
Right, exactly. And then also he was in some legal troubles with his manager or something. He was accusing his manager of ruining his career or something like that. Yeah. So Chance is wild. And first of all, yeah, Chance is not like the greatest person. It seems like I don't know. I don't know the full situation, but I don't know, man. It's a lot of jokes there. I'm not gonna well, he ruined his career. That's the main joke. He ruined his own career. Any other thoughts on that?
Chance ruining his career?
I mean, he definitely did that. That's not.
I don't know. I thought the big day was like not good, but I didn't think it was like a catastrophe.
It was just.
I thought going from Coloring Book to that was like okay, but I think it was not as bad as people thought.
That's fair.
From what I remember, I'm a little more on Finkelstein. Like, it wasn't like the worst thing I've ever heard, but it wasn't on the level of his other stuff for sure. So I can see how you. And honestly, here's what I think is that since the internet decided it was garbage,
people
just no coming back from that. Because if the internet decides it's garbage, if those Twitter accounts like Cryptic and all that, if they start making jokes, everyone's gonna start making jokes about it.
Yeah,
and you're done.
Especially because to me, Coloring Book is one of my favorite albums. I'm a huge Chance fan. I know people think his voice is annoying. I really like his music, and to me, Coloring Book, every song is a banger, except for
mixtape. Mixtape's I don't like mixtape.
I don't like Dram. Is that what it's called?
Oh, Dram Sing Special or whatever. Yeah.
But to me, every song on that album is like so good,
Agreed.
and just in general, like a really great album. And Big Day was not that, but I don't think it ruined his career.
Album too.
I would just say listen to Chance's Ultralight Beam feature on Kanye's album, or listen to All We Got off of Chance's album, or Finish Line, and then listen to Hot Shower on Big Day.
Finish Line, I think is my favorite song.
Beautiful,
so good.
I forgot how good this album was, dude.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's so good.
Also, Blessings 2 might be my favorite song.
Was that with Ty Dolla $ign?
Yeah.
Yes.
I listened
so
to
good.
literally every song on this album in middle school.
Blessings 2 is like the beginning of Sunday Candy almost.
Literally.
Which is
beautiful.
also a great song.
Absolutely beautiful. So for Chance to go from that to like Hot Shower and I don't know any of the other abhorrent songs.
Handsome.
Honestly, I like Handsome.
Handsome isn't bad. Hot Shower is real bad. Though.
Hot Shower is
bad just because of the Kyle Kuzma clip, bro. Honestly.
Hot damn hot water, hot shower.
Whoa.
Whoa. Yeah. No, that was bad. But real
Talk
quick,
about the music.
we could talk about the Bruno and
Bro.
Paak.
That was just beautiful music. Period.
It was good. It was maybe my favorite. The favorite. I mean, I listened to Bruno Mars in like third grade.
Mm-hmm.
I was a big Treasure guy.
Beautiful song.
Great
I love
song.
that song.
Certified hit.
Certified.
I really liked it, and I thought him and Anderson .Paak it was a really cool feature.
Of course, Bruno and Anderson .Paak of course, it's gonna be beautiful music.
Yeah.
Come on.
Right. I mean, Anderson .Paak is literally one of my favorite artists. And Bruno used to be during the Dupes and Hooligans days and the Unorthodox Jukebox days. Honestly, he fell off a little bit with 24 Karat Magic to me. Because as soon as I heard him do the designer ad-lib in 24 Karat Magic, I was like, all right, bro, you gotta chill. You're going a little bit too commercial. You gotta chill a little bit. But this was great. I thought it was great. It was really, it just felt old school, but also so like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, just like pure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotta say, in general, it was like a great week of music releases, especially due to the fact that Driver's License is the most listened to song in America.
Still.
Yeah, and let me just say, that song is terrible. I don't care how you spin it, but the bridge or whatever, I just start laughing.
I've never heard it.
Oh, you should listen to it. It's genuinely funny that people listen to this song.
No, it's not. It's not anymore.
Thank God.
Of course.
Of course, Drake.
But the bridge of the song, the big climax of the song, starts with red lights.
4, and then Bruno's number 3.
And then
One,
she's
2, and
5.
4.
Yeah.
And she's 5.
I gotta listen to that song.
The climax of the song, the bridge or whatever, starts with red lights. That's the big line. She just said, it's so bad. Oh, man, it's so terrible.
I'll listen to that.
Funny SNL sketch. I hope everyone's seen that. It's funny.
Bro, it's because she's 17, too. And it's like, bro. Come on.
To me, this is what I mean about some music, though.
There's better music dropped by 17-year-olds, man.
Absolutely. Anything Taylor Swift released when she was 17.
She keeps dropping Love Sosa at 16.
Lil Tecca dropped
What are we talking about? Right.
Not yet.
But
And the story behind it is also dumb, bro. She's talking about heartbreak because
oh my God,
left her for another girl.
Who cares?
She left her other boyfriend to be with him in the exact same way.
Well, because they were filming the High School Musical.
That's what it was. It was from
dude.
high school.
No, it's because she's an actress in the High School Musical series thing. It's so bad. It's so bad.
I did not realize that.
I don't know. But anything else we want to talk about real quick? I think we covered there's a couple of other things that I would love to talk about, but
I gotta say that Mister Jius in San Francisco is releasing a cookbook. You can pre-order now. It comes out March 9th. Go check it out. Some really cool recipes in there.
That's tomorrow, right?
Some things I had the pleasure of working on, and some food I had the pleasure of making, and I just think it's a really cool book, supporting a real cool place. So definitely go check it out.
Nice, yeah. Go support Mister Jius. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on the podcast.
Yeah, I had a great time. Thank you so much.
Super short notice. Literally, we just texted
I texted
you.
him 10 minutes before.
Yeah, so shout out to you, Fink, for coming on the pod.
Back on campus.
Yeah, it's great to be back. We
back.
have to ask you about how you feel about this, but I guess we don't have time anymore. But
yeah, I don't know. I'm so happy to be back. Spend the second semester, a few months we have, seeing each other. I think it's awesome.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching, y'all. We will see y'all next week. Peace.